Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Grace Collingwood, your health and wellness coach of gracecollingwood.com. If you need any more information about me, go to gracecollingwood.com and you'll find some more info about me. But in the meantime, I can still introduce myself and tell you who I am. I am Grace Collingwood, a wife, a mother, a registered nurse. I'm the CEO of Healthy, Wealthy Mama. I live in Florida with my beautiful family, and yeah, and I'm here today to talk about you having the freedom to choose what to do for exercise. So for these past days, we've been doing some topics on exercise, eating well. Today I'm going to talk about exercise. You have the freedom to choose what you want to do for exercise. All right. So even as I share this live video, please do me a favor and share it in your groups. Okay. Please share it amongst your friends, your loved ones, your enemies as well, because they all need it too. Yeah, please share this live video with everybody that you know. And let's talk, let's chat. All right. Today I'm talking about having the freedom to choose what to do for exercise. You know yourself. If you've been following me for quite some time, you know that I always talk about being able to make decisions for yourself. You know yourself more than anybody does. You know your body. If you don't know your body, how it works, you have to start paying attention to your body. Okay, don't push yourself, push to the point where you've caused some permanent damage in your body. For example, just recently I admitted a patient who has been having chest pains for a whole month. Chest pain. When your chest is aching, it's probably heart issues, especially if you're somebody that has hypertension or anything to do with your heart. This person has had surgeries done to his heart, stents put in, and he's been having uh, uh, chest pain for a whole month. And he turned up in the emergency because he could not take the pain anymore. And the pain is radiating. Any kind of chest pain that's radiating or that's like moving along a different route, that's serious. Go to the emergency. So the point I'm making is know your body, know when something has changed, and right away get help for it. Resolve it before you continue with anything. Don't just go, keep working. Usually, I found out that we, the people in the diaspora, or people who travel from their home country to a different country to work, we are usually those ones who really don't pay attention to our body. Even if we feel that something's different, we just keep going because we have to work, we have to pay the bills, we have to pay our student loans, we have to look after our children, our families back home. So we don't really, seriously sit down and do and rest or get help. So today, as I was saying, just make sure that you pay attention to your body. Okay. All right. So exercise. You have the freedom to choose what to do. All right. So people are going to tell you, hey, listen, you're walking, that's good enough. What's the point of going an extra mile to exercise, to do the HIIT exercise? HIIT, HIIT, high intensity whatever training. It's like I do that once in a while, and by the next day, my goodness, my thighs are burning, my back, my shoulders. It's high intensity. You can feel it in all your muscles. Your muscles are stretching out. Somebody will be like, well, you go for a walk. So what's the point of, engaging in high intensity uh exercise? But you know yourself, you can do something more, you can, that's something extra you just want to put on top of your exercise routine. So you have the freedom to do what you want to do when it comes to exercise. You, number one, have to pay attention to your body. Know what your body likes, know how your body is responding to the exercise, and stop when you feel like you're stretching too much. Stop. You have not failed if you have not met your goal. You just, stop, pay attention to your body, relax, rest it, and continue. Okay. Don't like totally stop. When I say stop, I don't mean like stop and don't exercise anymore. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm somebody who encourages you to beat your goal. So anything that comes your way, you just put a pause. Maybe I shouldn't say stop. You should just put a pause to it and then continue. In my coaching, when people start doing the exercises that I recommend, which is like just low intensity kind of exercises, going for a walk. It could be outside in your neighborhood or in the park or even in your home. You're just standing in one place and you're just, taking the steps. You're just walking in place. But even that, as simple as that may sound, if you're somebody that doesn't really engage in exercise, that your body is going to feel it. So just you moving your body out of its comfort zone, you are going to feel it. If you're somebody that wants to take it to an extra step higher, when you go for these walks, instead of just leisurely walking, you can do power walks. Okay. You can walk fast, brisk walking, walk. And then you can even take it a step further and run. Okay. You can run. All right. I've come across people who keep saying, well, I've never run in my life. And even the way they hold their hands, you can see that they've never run in their lives. Their hands are like everywhere. Yeah, they've never run in their lives. But you know what? Just push yourself an extra step further. Do something that your body will complain, but not to a point where you're hurting yourself. Just put a pause when there's some pain, when you feel some pain, because pain is letting you know that there's something going on that needs attention right away. So, yeah, choose the exercise that you want to do. Low intensity exercise. Walking is the easiest one. If you feel like your joints ache, you have knee pain because of your weight, don't use that as an excuse. Well, I have knee pain, so I can't go for a walk. Well, unfortunately, you're going to continue to gain weight and your knee pain is going to get worse. So, what are you going to do? You have to figure out how to still exercise with your knee pain. And what I usually recommend to everybody that has knee pain is that usually they have arthritis or they have something and their doctors have given them medications, or they can actually take ibuprofen or Tylenol for the pain. Make sure you take the pain medicine 30 minutes before you go for the walk. Don't forget this. You go for a walk or you go exercise and you're in pain. Don't just get up and go. Take your medication. If you have arthritis medication, if you have any pain medicine, take it before you go for the walk. Something like ibuprofen prevents inflammation. Most of the time, your ankle or knee pain is because there's some inflammation. You can even feel the warmth, or you can feel the swelling. It's an inflammation. So if you take it before you even go for a walk, it prevents you from getting that inflammation, and also it prevents you from having pain, so that you come back home quicker than you had expected. So make sure you medicate yourself before you go. If you have blood pressure issues, you take your blood pressure medications before you go into exercise, because you can't just be pushing that hard to work efficiently if you've not taken your medication. So the goal of being on a healthy lifestyle journey is for you to lose the weight, get off your medications. If you're on any kind of medication, I will say this every single day in my video, get help to get off your medication. Okay, don't just get off the medication. Don't just, one day you just wake up, you're like, these medications are too much. Like there was one person that well, not just one person, several people have come to me where the medications have been increased, or they've been given more medications, and they're like, I'm not taking it. Well, every evidence shows that there's something in your body that's not working right. So you need to take these medications. So make sure that you're taking your medications before you go for any kind of activity. All right, you're going for a walk. Like I said, start gentle, start small, and then you can do power walks. And then if you're active enough, you can go for a run. All right. The next point is music. Girl, I'm from Ghana and we dance Ghanaian music. If you don't know it, go to YouTube, go to get some hip life, get some, if you're so much into gospel music, get some praise songs on, get Diana Hamilton's high beat songs, all these songs that have wonderful beats that you can actually dance to. High beat. I've seen that most Ghanaians love to dance when we go to church. And oh my goodness, I feel I have pity on people who don't exercise. And on Sunday, they come to church and they think that they can just jump around and just be okay. No, 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 no. Throughout the week, you better be doing something. You better be jumping around at home before you come on Sunday and you see that everybody is jumping around. The praise is going on so beautifully. Everybody is dancing. Everybody is praising the Lord, and you want to join in too. And you're jumping and you're short of breath. You can't even stay. You're tired. You need to sit. I've seen people almost pass out during praise. And I'm like, girl, throughout the week, if you really want to dance on a Sunday, do it throughout the week. Monday, get you maybe 10 minutes of praise song in, dance, 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 jump, 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 do whatever you have to do. Tuesday, you're on it. Wednesday, you're on it. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come Sunday, girl, you are like unstoppable. Until that praise stops, you're not stopping. You're not sitting down. And you'll see the difference. You'll see the difference. If you're just idle throughout the week and you're not exercising, you're not going for a walk, you're not jumping around or anything, and on a Sunday you go to church and you want to jump around, especially if your weight is more than 50 pounds, more than your ideal weight, girl, you're lifting up some heavy duty weight, jumping around on a Sunday without exercising before Sunday. So please be mindful of if you want to dance on Sunday, wonderful, but do something before the Sunday, or one day you're gonna pass out. Seriously. I've seen people almost pass out, and I have to give them some water to drink and sit down. Girl, just sit down. On Monday, go do some 5 to 10 minutes jumping around at home. Tuesday, do the same thing. Wednesday, do the same thing. Thursday, same thing. Friday, Saturday. And on Sunday, if we praise for 2 hours, you're in it. You're ready for it. Don't just be idle throughout the week and come Sunday and cause any emergencies. Anyway, that was just by the way. All right. So another thing is cleaning. Cleaning, maybe not cleaning the kitchen because that's slow motion to me, but maybe raking your front yard. Now in Florida, even though it's not as cold as in the northern part of America, Now I've seen that the trees are really shedding. Like we have this tree in our front lawn, and it's the leaves are really tiny, and they're shedding. And you can sweep and sweep and sweep and rake and gather and do whatever. You come back, it's still full. Usually those ones in let's say in the east coast or northern part of America, Canada area, when it's winter, and all those wonderful beautiful trees that I usually just found up there in the north, they shed in fall. So that's when there's that much of work to be done. Right around this time over there, I think maybe the snow is starting to melt. If it's snow, you can, you can clear your snow. You can do something active, clean up something, clean up the snow in front of your car. Don't go get your neighbor. Listen, if you're sick or you have some knee problems, and if you're a single woman and you don't go get your neighbor to come do it for you. No. Or even if your husband's available, just use it as an exercise opportunity. Go clear the snow off the car. You reaching out, scraping off the snow, shoveling the snow, doing all these, it's making you exercise. Don't always ask people to do things for you. I've never liked that, but well, we are all different. There was one point where we were, arranging some foods on a table, and we had to move this table, which had some food on it. We had to move it like just a little bit over so that it would be straightened up. And there was this lady standing there, and I said, "Can you hold on to the other side and I'll hold here so that we can just lift it up just a little bit so that we can move it?" She was like, "Oh no, let's go call the man. Let's go call the man." I'm thinking, really? This table? And then another lady came, and she was like, "Oh yeah, let's straighten this table." And the lady was like, "No, let's go call the man." And that lady was like, she's she's very vocal that for me I won't say anything, but for her she was like, "What? We can do this seriously? You're going to call a man to come do this, really?" And she was like, "Grace, let's just," and we just moved it. Come on now, ladies. I know you're a lady, and there's certain things that you just want to, leave it to the men. But seriously, use these as an opportunity to exercise yourself, exercise your muscles. Do you know the amount of weight that I lift? The 500 ml water bottles. Walmart sells packs that have 40 in the pack. I have to look at how many pounds that weighs. It's a lot of pounds. 40 in a whole pack, and I stack it twice, and I lift that thing up. One time there was this guy who saw me, and he was trying to help me, looking at me thinking, "Oh, this tiny girl, let me help her out." This guy came, and he was like, "Mommy, let me do it. This is the man's job. This is man's job." And I gave it to him. I just handed it over. This guy almost died. He almost passed out. He was holding the thing. I'm like, "Next time when you see me carrying something, you won't come and help me. I can help myself." All right. So, ladies, let's use these opportunities as exercise opportunities. You go shopping. There's so many shopping bags. You can just grab one here and there, but stack them up. Do so much at a time. Carry a lot at a time. I pick up a orange juice bottle, the 1 gallon, with a milk gallon. I hold the handles together with one hand, and I hold it, and the other hand, I'm carrying other stuff in the other hand. I'm always intentionally doing these things. Sometimes my husband's like, "Do you really have to carry these heavy stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah." Yeah. So I'm using this opportunity to encourage you to make sure that you use every opportunity to carry heavy stuff or exercise. Put these exercises in your daily routine, in your daily life. but you have to be also very mindful of your body mechanism, how to lift heavy things up, because you will rip your back permanently. I've seen that before, where at church we were stacking up chairs at church, and this young man stack up a few chairs and he just lifted it up. He did not use, with nurses, thank God we've been trained to know how to, care for somebody who weighs 500 pounds on your own. You're left to do that. I did that once in in UK. I had this 500, more than 500-pound patient, and they've made the bed in such a way that you can do certain things, so that the bed is a certain way, so that you're not moving the whole 500 pounds, because you're going to kill yourself. You will break your knee. I've seen a nurse break her knee and she never reported it, and when the surgeries and all the rehab whatever came, she had to pay for it, because she didn't even write it. She didn't even mention that she had, because she knew she had to use the right thing and she didn't do it, and she ripped her knee, and they did not pay a thing to her. So yeah, I'm able to take care of a 500-pound patient, turn them. There are ways that you can turn a 500-pound patient. There are only two nurses or even one, especially if that patient can actually do things themselves. They can lift their leg, put it over, and then you pull the sheet. But you have to have a way of straightening your back. When it comes to lifting weights, straighten your back. If you're picking something from the floor, let your butt go down. Don't ever do this and pick something up. No, you have to straighten your back, let your butt go down, and let anything that you're picking up be right in front of you. Don't pick up something that's on your side like this. It's right here, it's heavy, and you want to pick it up. No, turn towards it, let it be right in front of you. You have to know certain ways, so that you'll live longer. There's certain things in life that when you look at those people who live up to 90, and there are certain things, safety things that they took into consideration: eating healthy, exercising, and also being very mindful of the environment, the right things that they have to wear, right shoes. If it's raining, why what I remember when I was in Massachusetts, before we moved, I would wear these very penciled heels in snow, because I wanted to wear those shoes to church. And I've slipped several times, and I'm thinking, why did I really do that? Why? Wearing those I mean, you can wear some boots to the car, and when you finish you can change your shoes into the boots and walk on the snow. You could, if you really want to wear those pencil heels, but you don't have to use those pencil heels on the snow. You're setting yourself up to injure yourself. All right, so let's be very mindful of the things that we do to prevent injury. Okay, but like I said, when you're exercising and you're feeling some pain in your body, do not stop. Don't use it as an excuse to stop. Okay. Also, I would like to use this opportunity to invite you to my Instagram page, which is the same name, Grace Collingwood. Don't forget the G, don't forget the E. People forget those two, and you will not find me if you forget these two. Grace Collingwood, GraceCollingWoode at Instagram. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm going to interview a lady that I've known for over 20 years. And I remember in those days she was young, and she had and she doesn't mind. She's my friend. She doesn't mind me sharing this. She's been always been overweight since she was young, but she's been very vocal these days about living with a chronic disease, and still, in spite of the chronic disease, still exercising. She with me, we're helping people in my Facebook group, Healthy Living with Grace, helping people exercise, and she's the most consistent person I've ever seen, and the most wonderful transformation I've ever seen in any woman in my entire life. So tomorrow on Instagram at 1 p.m. Eastern time, join us as I interview her, and she's going to talk to you about with the particular chronic disease she has been fighting for years, but yes, still every single day she has the motivation to wake up and still exercise and still motivate other women. So yeah, join me Wednesday tomorrow, March 1st on Instagram, Grace Collingwood. Don't forget the G, don't forget the E. And please like my Instagram page. Follow me so that you will always be notified with very important interviews such as the one that we're doing tomorrow. Let me acknowledge certain people. Hey, Chumwa. Hey, sis, how are you doing? Heather Afomasaga, how are you? Mondupe, my consistent sister, you're always on here with me. Thank you for joining me. Regina Ofori, thanks for joining me. Anita Usufri, Grace Seshi. Hey, Nanakus, yeah, you are here. I was just testifying about you being the most consistent person I've ever seen in my life, and that I'll be interviewing you tomorrow on Instagram. So people should head towards Instagram tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Ghana time, 5 p.m. UK time. All right. So make sure that you use dance, you use exercise, yeah, you use dance, you use walk, you use cleaning to exercise. So I've got to go. Nanaku just says you are doing marvelously well, sis, and I love you for that. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So, guys, I'm going to end here. If you just joined and you want to watch it again, please go back and watch the replay. It is very important. And please share this very important video for me. I love you all. Bye-bye now.